Okay, back out here with the EasyGo electric to gas conversion project. As you can see, it's sitting back up on tires. It's got two almost brand new rear tires and two front tires that actually came with this golf cart. I got three really good ones. These are the two of the best. So I got one spare tire which will fit on any four corner of this machine, which is nice to have. But anyways, a little bit more on the engine setup. I've done a little bit of research. I've looked at what other people have done, and I went on eBay. I found a part that will convert that spline shaft kind of over to what I need. It's a spline shaft extender. So I might end up purchasing that. It is a returnable item, so if it doesn't work out, I can return it. Or I got a piece of pipe right here that will fit over top of that spline shaft. This method is very redneck, but it might work out. So I take this take this pipe, put it over that like so, and I take this hub and I put the hub in place. I have to cut the piece of pipe for keyway, which isn't a big deal, and weld everything into place, weld everything to that original spline shaft, and probably put a bearing out on this side here somewhere just to give it a little bit of extra support. Might not be a bad idea. So I screwed up last time when talking about the engine. I was originally saying the engine would have to be facing the carburetor and muffler facing out. My bad. Carburetor muffler actually have to face inwards to be able to get this to go forward. Because like I said, I will be sacrificing reverse, which isn't a huge deal. When doing these electric to gas conversions, unless you run a 2-speed or a gear change, really you got no way of running reverse. I could do what Musty One did on that Beaver project and put a reverse gearbox in here, but that's not really a big deal. I don't need to worry about it. Secondly, the sprocket size. I gotta look at what Cars and Cameras did on theirs, figure out the sprocket sizes, and go something like that. The engine will be a 9-horse Power Fist, which is a Predator engine as well. The Predator is actually a clone of the Power Fist engine, which is a clone of the Chinese engines, the Chinese clone Honda. So everybody knows what those engines are. So anyways, that's the engine setup. The steering, I gotta jack the front end up, check over the steering. Everything is working okay, but that steering arm is slightly bent. It's nothing major. It's not like it's going to collapse. It's still extremely solid, but needs a little bit of attention. Also, this rocker on this side needs a little bit of attention. I don't know if I caused this damage or if this damage was here, but I'm just going to take a sledgehammer, pound that back down into place. The floor itself is solid. The chassis is solid. The rear end seems fine. The front end, I just got to go over, check a few things on the front end, figure out what I'm doing with this dashboard. Most likely I'm going to cut the top half of the dash off and just go down to the footwells, just to have a little bit of protection from water and stuff like that. But anyways, if anyone else has any suggestions out there, I know a few people suggested just weld a sprocket straight to the transmission. Yes, that would work, but I want to be able to make it removable. So if I have to, I can go in and change out the sprocket size, if I need to go slower, if I need to go faster, so on and so on. I don't want the engine sitting here revving out like crazy, but I don't want the engine being too slow, so to be able to make speed. Don't want to, you know what I'm saying. But anyways, this is where I'm at right now on this project. It's slowly getting there. It's got to get that part ordered off eBay. Luckily, it is a returnable item, so anyways, I'm gonna spend the money, see if that part will work. Won't be till Tuesday until I can order it, but I'm gonna buy it, see if it will work. If it doesn't work, I will be most likely going with this method here, the pipe on the spline shaft welded in place. That will be tapped right in, right over the spline shaft. I'll cut some slits in there so I can weld it. Not really slits all the way to the end. If I have to do it, I'll show how I'm going to do it. And then lastly, it'll be cut down a bit, and I'd like to put a bolt in from the end to hold it as well, because the end of the spline is threaded for a bolt. But there's where we are right now on this project. Slowly but surely, this should get put back together. I've already found steering wheels. The steering wheel is not a big deal on this. We'll sort of modified. It's not a huge deal. But yeah, it's a roller again, and it's ready to get pressure washed maybe today. and get it torn down, get a few things taken out inside, which probably won't happen today, but get a few things done and get this thing ready to be converted. So I'll talk to you later. Please keep it redneck like always, and push prime comment. If anyone has any suggestions, ideas, always please let me know, and I do my best to get back to everybody. If I don't respond back with a comment, I always give a thumbs up if it's an appropriate comment. Bye for now.